All right, well, turning to the movie, I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. When I was in high school, was the first time Alcatraz was opened to the public. And over the years, a lot of film companies have shot there, and they've almost renovated good portions of the prison as the years have gone by. Your first reaction to Alcatraz when you stepped on there, what was that?
A nice, a beautiful piece of property with great views of the bay, the bridge. And then I became aware that it's not a safe place. It's a dangerous place. It has dangerous cliffs and rusty metal that I used to call it Tetanus World. And it's cold, damp. The cells themselves are really small, and it is depressing to think about somebody living in that cell. Yeah.
Now, I know the park was open most of the time when you were shooting. When you saw tourists, how did tourists react to seeing a film company there?
I think they thought it was exciting. You know, I mean, that's natural. There's a movie going on, and there's Sean Connery, and they would watch the movie being made. They enjoyed it. It's like killing two birds with one stone, I guess.
You know, there's some incredible action in this film. A lot of automatic weapons fire. I was on the set of a movie once where I saw them shooting machine guns, and I had no idea how loud they were. Would you say this is about the loudest movie you've ever worked on?
Without a doubt, yes. No doubt about it.
So how did you psych yourself up for those scenes?
Earplugs. Earplugs. You know, you put the little earplug in, and then you put makeup over it, and there you go. Didn't hear a thing.
You know, we're about the same age, and I grew up watching the James Bond films. The first time I interviewed Sean Connery was one of the few times I was actually shaking during an interview. Your scene, I know everyone's asking what's it like to work with Sean Connery, but did you ever flash back to those old Bond films when you were acting opposite him?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I used to treat myself to watching them while I was working with him because I dug it that I was actually working with the man, you know. And I also like to do that to get a knowledge of a person's abilities and their rhythms. But Sean is a fellow who, you know, I think is you know, quite wise, and he loves actors, and he loves you know, getting the job done.
Okay. And getting back to the Oscars, I have a question on the lighter side. Besides the statue, I know it's a big tradition in Hollywood. People send out gift baskets, that type of thing, when you win awards. What kind of interesting things came in the mail after you won the Oscar?
Well, I heard from Elia Kazan, who is somebody that I've admired for a long time and who I was at one point going to work with, and he was very excited. And he kind of singled me out many years ago to do a movie that he had that he wrote, and so I guess he felt like, you know, he knew a long time ago, probably before I knew, and so he was very happy. And I heard from Cher and Holly Hunter and people I've worked with who were all very happy. It seemed like it was just a good time.
And one final question, getting back to your high school days, the reason I brought up West Side Story is I interviewed David Schwimmer from Friends a few weeks ago, and he told me that he was in the chorus of that play, and for some reason he thought that you were in that one also. When you didn't get the role, was that at that time, was that a particularly devastating thing for you, or did it bounce off pretty fast?
I felt like I did a really good job at the audition. You know, I felt that it was clear, but this, well, without getting into details, I mean, I don't know. It was fine that I didn't get it, because then I started working professionally on my own, and that's really obviously what I needed to do.